Good afternoon to all the inductees and all the listeners as well. So we are all set, Mohan, Abhi?
Hi, sir.
Okay. Mohan, just a quick question where would all the participants will join into Google Meet as we discussed? Okay, we are waiting for the participants to join in. They are doing it, right? So Srilekha has come in. Hi, Srilekha.
Hi, Sarunan, sir.
Okay, great. Had your lunch and all?
No, not yet. Going to.
No, yet. Okay, fantastic. So I believe participants are still joining in, and right, I hope maybe another couple of minutes, maybe they are all in. Shall we listen to another good song like the one which you played now, Thunder, and then come back, or what's your suggestion? Or we start?
Oh, we can wait for 5 more minutes, I think. So as morning we had already an experience, right? It's a Saturday evening, so I think couple of minutes we can wait more.
Wait more. So we'll listen to another great song like Thunder, which is
Sure.
with Mohan also before we go. Mohan, what is the status? Another 5 minutes. We are thinking we'll play a song and come back. Okay, he's busy. Srilekha, we'll listen to a song.
Yes, sir. We informed the user they will be joined now.
Okay.
So they are joined individually. It's take time. That is the reason.
Okay, let them individually connect so we can interact with them. Everybody can.
Because this is lunch time, right? So we are aligning difficulty. The 20 people. That is we informed already, but it's taking few minutes.
I know it's a tough job, Indrani, and you're doing a good job, right? So what we are planning is like Indrani. So we will we'll listen to another song, so that will give some space to everybody to log in as well, and then we'll come back. So would that be fine?
Yes, sir. No issues.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. So Srilekha, we'll listen to a song and come back, and then we will start.
Yeah, Sarunan, sir, no problem. So DP, you can play one more song.
Fantastic. Play a nice.
If you have any request from the audience also, it can be done. Anything will go. So sharply we can start by 2:10.
Sure. Yeah. Back. Thanks to the RJ for another lovely number, lovely song. And so I also see Nelson. Nelson, hi. Very good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, Saravanan. Good afternoon. I'm doing great. I thought I'll just join and say hi so that...
So that is fabulous. Very nice of you being here. And so this is your center crewmates as well, those who are getting inducted, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
so I thought
fantastic.
I join in just to wish all of them, and you also thanks so much for supporting us and taking these initiatives. Appreciate it.
Fantastic, Nelson. Always a pleasure. And meanwhile, more participants are joining in. So any message which Nelson would like to leave with anyone who's joining the company very recently, and what is one or couple of message which you would like to give to them?
Saravanan, your voice is breaking up. I'm sorry.
Oh, is it? I'm at the Chennai. Oh, okay, fine. So probably just give me 1 second.
No, sir. For me, it is clear. It's not breaking.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How about others? If you have any issues, you can drop it in the chat box. Ellarku clear ah kekudunga?
Now okay, sir. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, Mohan, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
I could say only TNP is there inside. Is there any other center is joined except TNP?
I believe it is only one center, Srilekha, all the 20 which...
Yeah, because we got information from
Kollu as well. Oh, okay.
Okay, you can start, Saravanan sir. I'll just track. We'll see what's happening like.
Yeah, sure. Fabulous. So unfortunately, Nelson couldn't hear us. So fabulous. Let's begin. Those who are here, I see fewer numbers here. The numbers, so that is there. So we can be. So this is an induction only for these employees. Those who have logged in from the chat. Whom we can see in the chat box, right? So welcome everybody, right? Welcome to Desi Crew. So I will have a formal presentation as well, which I'll share with you all. And so before we do that, what we would also do is we would have a quick introduction by all the participants, definitely, right? And so before I do that, let me also introduce myself. My name is Saravanan. I'm a corporate trainer. And so apart from the training and various other activities which I do for company, induction is also where I am a part of it, right? So it is great. It is good to be a part of this induction, right? So I'm going to share this particular screen with you now, which is a PPT, and I would also request everybody, those who's here, to please introduce yourself. All the inductees, of course, right? And then we will go on to a quick, we will have a look at the presentation. So those who are here, I can see in the chat box, I'll call their name. So you can just say your name or anything you want to introduce about yourself. You want to talk about your hobbies and stuff like that, you can talk about, right? And then we will move on to the next participant. So let's first go to Haripriya. Haripriya, hi, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning or good afternoon. So how are you? And please say a couple of things about yourself.
Sir, I am Narmada from Chittor.
Fantastic. So when did you complete your studies and all? Which year?
Sir, 2019 to 22.
Fantastic. So this is your first job, Haripriya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fabulous. Very good. All the very best and good luck. So let's move on to the next participant, which is Jay Priya. Hi, Priya. Please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So just say a couple of things about yourself. Maybe give an introduction about yourself, please.
I'm Jay Priyadashmi, sir.
Okay. Where are you from? Which place and all, because we have listeners who are listening on the radio as well.
Good, sir.
Okay, you're good. Okay, fantastic. How long you have been with the company now? When did you join? Recently? Okay, fine. So let's move on to the next participant, which is Maithili. Maithili, hi, very good afternoon. Please introduce yourself. You can talk about your hobbies and all.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm Tangamani from College Kurval.
Okay, so how long you've been with the company now?
Sir?
When did you join Desi Crew?
2 weeks actually.
2 weeks. Okay, fantastic. You like the job?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Very good, Maithili. Right, good connecting with you. So let's go on to Nitya Shri now. Nitya, please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Nitya Sri. I'm from Andiur.
Okay, so this is also your first job, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Good, Nitya Shri. Welcome. All the very best. So let's go to Prema now. Prema, an introduction from you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Prema, sir.
Okay, when did you complete your graduation? Which year? Okay.
2022, sir.
2022, this year. So you're very happy you completed studies this year. You are in a job. You're very happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good job. Right, great. Prema, so let's go to the next participant, which is Ram Kumar. Yes, Ram Kumar, please introduce yourself.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Ram Kumar from Team Lead RA,
Okay, fantastic.
R process AMP. Our teammates are joining in speaker.
Okay, fantastic. And Ram Kumar, you are also a DNX leader, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, I am the DNX lead.
And today is also your birthday, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, wishes, happy birthday to you, right, from the entire company on this platform, which is DC Live. So, how are you planning to celebrate your birthday? What are you doing? You're working now, of course. So, you have any plans for the evening?
Same as usual, sir.
As usual. Okay. So, Ramkumar, enjoy the day, right? So, fabulous. Good connecting with you. So, I believe that leaves us with only one more participant, which is Vinod, unless somebody have joined in afterwards. Vinod, please introduce yourself. Last but not least, an introduction.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Vinod from Nambur.
Okay. So, when did you join the company?
So 4 days before.
4 days before. This is your first job?
Sir, second job.
Second job. Okay. What was the first job all about? What was the process? What did you learn there?
Sir, example e-publishing.
Okay, fantastic. You like job profile here? You like the job here?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Vinod, thank you very much. Right. So I think Dineshwaran is the one who have joined in. Right. So let's speak to Dineshwaran as well. Dineshwaran, hi. Please introduce yourself. Say your name and say something about yourself, your hobbies and all.
Sir, those people are connected on speaker, sir.
Speaker. Okay, fantastic. Fabulous. Mohan, thank you very much. So what we will now do is like, I know we have lost some time initially, but we will try and cover it up and try to complete before 3. Right?
Hello.
So,
Hello.
yes, Christy.
Yeah, Saravanan sir, I'm also here. I thought I was being missed out, so that's the reason I just called out loudly.
I'm so sorry, Christy, for missing out your name. So, Christy, please tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I have basically joined here as a business development manager. I joined on the November 10th, and I'm basically an MCA from Loyola, and I love music, and especially Carnatic, and I love K-dramas. So that's about me. I'm so glad to be here as a part of the team. I really appreciate all your efforts and, untiring work that you're doing. Hats off to you all.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Christy. Sounds music to our ears and fantastic. Great. Good to connect with you and all. And so one question. So,
Saravanan, I think a few of them have joined in as. Hello, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, Nelson, please go on.
Sorry. No, I think few of them have joined in as a group of people.
Yeah.
So Mohan, because they're not joined in individual, so I just want to make sure nobody's missed out from TNP. Mohan, the R process people have joined there also, right? Because I
yes, sir.
The label process people introduced.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
R process people are there. Can they introduce themselves one by one?
Yeah, Saravanan sir, by the time Mohan is getting ready, do we have a question set up in the Google form for today's session?
Yeah, we will. We have it in the Google form.
Yeah. So, team, just for your update. So, once the induction is over, Saravanan sir will share you a Google form. It will have a set of 10 to 15 questions related to the session, what happened today. So, everybody who have attended the session are supposed to give answer for those questions. Okay. So, top 3 will definitely be rewarded. It's from the DC Live. And also to understand like what you have taken from the induction, like. So, this is only to understand basically whether you have understood what the session is all about. Okay, so don't miss the session. So continuously, if you have any doubt, தயவுசெஞ்சு கேளுங்க. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ எந்த கேள்வியா இருந்தாலும் உங்களுக்கு எந்த டவுட்டா இருந்தாலும் தயங்காம கேளுங்க. உங்களால கேட்க முடியல அப்படின்னா சாட் பாக்ஸ்லயும் நீங்க அந்த கொஸ்டினை வந்து போஸ்ட் பண்ணலாம். இல்ல உங்க லீடர்ஸ் யாராவது இருக்காங்க, சார் எனக்கு இந்த டவுட்டா இருக்கு, நீங்க கேட்க முடியுமா அப்படின்னா கூட யூ கேன் கம் அவுட். பட் டோன்ட் ஃபர்கெட், திஸ் இஸ் அ பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் வேர் யூ கேன் ஓப்பன் அப். Okay, so all the best to everyone. So if Mohan is ready, we can continue, Saravanan sir. Thank you, Saravanan sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Srilekha, very important point. I'll come to that. And also another thing, even because the induction is happening in Tamil Center or maybe Tamil Nadu, right? உங்களுக்கு தமிழ்ல ஏதாவது கேள்வி கேட்கணும்னா தயக்கப்படாதீங்க. You can talk to us. தமிழ் தெரியும் எனக்கு, so I can coordinate or speak to you as well. ஆங்கிலத்துல முடிஞ்சா நீங்க ஆங்கிலத்துல பேசலாம். Right, very important point. What Srilekha is also mentioning is like, I was going to come to that. I'll come to that in a bit as well. Nelson also said that there are more participants. So what we will also do is like, we will go on with we will start the presentation, and then I hope we will find a way where we can connect to the rest of the participants as well. We have occupied almost 20 minutes now, right? So we would do that. So here comes the presentation. So first thing is like very important, right? So you've joined this company. Everybody have joined this company, right? Who are getting inducted today. So first thing is like, you should know about this company better, isn't it? Because you're going to work here, right? You're going to work here. You're going to devote your time in terms of your efforts, and right. So you're going to do your best, right? So that is what our intention is all about. Those who have joined, right? Some of you are starting your career. It's the very first job. So it's a great platform as well, because you see that this company is not in a city like Chennai, Bangalore, or in Mumbai. It is very close to the place where you live, right? So that is the biggest USP of this particular company. I'll talk about that. Another very important thing, what Srilekha also mentioned now, we have a Google form. I would also request Mohan and all the HR to help us with as well, because this Google form I'll share at the end of this particular session. And so this goes to all the crewmates who are attending the induction today. Everything in this presentation is important, right? எதுமே கம்மியா இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், சிலதெல்லாம் ஜாஸ்தி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது, எல்லாமே இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் தான், right? So சில விஷயத்தை வந்து I'll probably highlight. Okay, these are important things. So probably உங்ககிட்ட இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு you have a notepad and a pen, make a note of it, right? And it will not be difficult. Maybe see, if I say who's the founder of this particular company, maybe you might remember and you might forget as well. But the point is, like, if you write in the notebook, no, and you don't have to remember every day. Once you by heart it and a couple of times, and you will know who's the founder, when we start the company, how many centers are there. So this would be probably in the form of question as well. I'll highlight, right? I'll probably tell you, right, this is an important one. You can also make a note of it. It can go to your notepad and keep it with you. So these are all important information which you should know about the company. Right. So welcome. That's what this slide says. Welcome everybody. So let's welcome to Desi Group Private Limited. So the first important slide is like, before I go into the slide, I would also request to have a look at the website as well of the company, which is very important, right? So see, suppose if somebody calls me for an interview today, what is the first thing I'll probably do? I'll go and search what is this company all about. Right, what they do, when did they start, how big is the organization, how many employees work with this company, right? So the website is a place where it will give you all the clues, right? And then you will know about the process as well. Sometime in interview, not in the initial stage, maybe in the mid-level or the senior level, they will ask you something about the company as well in the HR panel. They will probably, or maybe the process, they will know, do you know what we do, right? So that is precisely what this slide about. See, these are the three important factors. You should also make a note of it. Very important one, as I said, right? You can probably see this as a part of giving kind of a clue as well, part of a question as well. So the three important things are people, process, and technology. So this is what you can, what do you call, put the entire Desi Crew in kind of a genie bottle kind of a thing. This is what the company mission and vision is all about, or this is what the company does, right? So people is the crewmate, all are crewmate, you are crewmate now. So remember quickly, one more thing is like Desi Crew. So every crew, or meaning every colleague of you who work along with you, maybe senior, junior, they are all called mate, right? M-A-T-E. So everybody is called a crewmate, right? Those who work with you. So remember that first thing, crewmate. So we are all crewmates, right? So First thing is people, all the crewmates who work in the company. Second is the process, right? All the processes which the company has. Third is like, how does it work? The technology which enables this. So this is a very important slide. And I would also request you to put that into your head. There are three important chains, which is people, process, and technology, right? So the first thing anybody should do is like, as I just mentioned now, go to the website, right? So if you go to Desi Crew, right? Desi Crew, right? So what you will do, see is like, you will see the website. So you should see this website. I'll tell you about this as well. Desi Crew, see all our website, whether it is Desi Crew or this particular DC Live or DTouch, I'll tell you about later. It's all in. Remember that in your mind. It is not .com, right? Or co.in. It is all in. DesiCrew.in or maybe DCLive.in, right? And DTouch.in. Remember that. It's in, right? So this is precisely what I was talking about. If you go to the website, the first few things which you will see is like people here, right? You will see the process here, and then you will also see the technology, right? So this is precisely what it is, and this is what the important aspect of the company Desi Crew is all about, our company, right? So people, process, and technology. Remember that. If you're making a note of it, I would be the happiest person, right? So let's, what is the employee induction? You might be thinking, why do we do this, right? Why should we do this, right? Why do we? So this is kind of a welcoming, if you see in the picture as well, right? You're welcome to the company formally, right? I know your HR, Indrani or Mohan, or maybe the process head Nelson and everybody, right? Or maybe Ram, everybody have taken those aspects, taken care of those aspects. But the point here is like, this is another formal way from HR point of view where we welcome you all. So what is induction? If somebody asks you, what did you do today? By what time? 2 to 3. I was into induction. Okay, what is induction? So you should say, what is induction? You should be able to say that. What is induction? Welcoming new employees. If you say this as well, that is fine. So we are welcoming you formally, the new employees. And why do we do this? Right? So that we can align you to the organizational culture. Right? Every company is different and everybody have, what do you call, in terms of the culture is a bit different. So we want to align you, we want to tell you what is this company about, right? What is the process all about, and what are the other USPs which we have, which we'll talk about. And this is also an opportunity. Next one, standardize, uniform, important information, right? Same information given to everybody, not like X is getting one information, Y is getting another information, and Z is getting another information. It's all together, right? So it's all same, right? So that's precisely what it is. Ease of adjusting to the new role and working environment as well, which I'm sure the local team is taking care very nicely. So that is also, I'm sure you would have been formally taken through a lot of this process in terms of induction, which has been already done. Make the new employee feel respected and valued, right? When you are invited to this kind of an event and when you are being asked to introduce yourself, and this is also going on a radio, I don't think so any other company which will be able to do this, right? So what is it doing? It is all ensuring that you feel respected, you feel valued. If I feel respected, I feel valued, I feel happy about that, right? So this creates a good vibe. So that is precisely what employee induction does. So remember this. This is again a very important one. As I said, I will not tell you what are the questions, but I can also stress on this could be an important question as well. You should put into your mind. Employee induction. What is employee induction? Employee induction, even if you write, if somebody asks you, welcoming new employees to the company is employee induction. That is what it is. Welcoming new employees. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. See, what is the vision and mission of this particular company, right? See, every company, when they start, they think about something, right? They have a kind of a vision, they have a kind of a mission, right? So why do we start and how do we achieve what we have thought about it, right? So this is precisely what mission and vision is all about, right? So the very first point is like, our mission is not to get into the big cities, right? Which I said before. We are not in Mumbai or maybe other places. Maybe this is a center, Chennai, but this is not a delivery center. What is delivery center? Where the delivery, the process happens, like you are sitting at TN Palyam. So this is a delivery center where you will have the work from the client, which you will do, and the processing and all will happen. So this is not one. So we are in rural places in India, and we don't want to go to the big cities, right? So our mission is very, very important. So we want to expand the geographical boundaries. That is very, very important. Why do we want to do that? We know that there are a lot of local talents which is available here. Like you all are talent, that's why you are here. So you have gone through the recruitment process, and we know that the talent is there and the talent is hired, right? And if we don't have companies like Desi Crew, you probably would have moved to Chennai or maybe Bangalore or another city and work, right? So we want to hire the local talent in the local place itself, right? Which is also very important for client as well, because it's an cost effective. They will not be, right? They will save their expenses on that, right? So which is very important. And so we want to be very flexible, right? We want to change according to the time as well, which is what the second point is all about, right? Be flexible enough to provide the solution as per the client asks. That is what the second point is all about, right? And we don't want to compromise on the quality, which is very important, right? I'm sure you would be told about it. We believe in highest quality, right? So sometime even high 90s or maybe high 99 may not be fine, right? So highest quality, which is which is possible, right? Which is what our ambition is and our delivery model is all about. And also in the least time taken, which is also very, very important. So that's one important SLA as well, right? So that is service level agreement. Okay, so apart from this, so this is our vision, as I said, be in the tier 2, tier 3 cities like a city like TN Palyam, Kolmangudi or Viluppuram or Kapu. But apart from that, what are the other things, right? We also provide ample opportunity for the crewmate to learn. That is what I told about DTech. I'll come to that in a while. We also have, we also give platform like DC Live and all where you can do a lot of stuff, right? So that is what it is. So these are the other stuff which we provide, especially learning, the DTech, which will also help you to grow with the company. It'll, suppose you want to learn something, you can learn. There are a lot of courses. And by doing all those things, what happens? We are also helping the overall economy, right? The economy, our country, because when you work in a place like TN Palyam, you have your livelihood, you earn your livelihood, you earn your money and spend the money in the local place itself. So this increases rural disposable income. So that is what it is. So we help the overall economy. Company like us, right, in the rural places does that. So this is our vision and this is our mission. And so this is precisely what it is. So these information you will also be able to see on the website as well, which I just showed you. So what is the website address? Website address is desicrew.in. Okay, Desi Crew. So you should also make a note of it, desicrew.in. Okay, very important slide. You should know who are the key members of this particular company, right? So the key members of the board members, right? So meet the team. So the first important person is, like if you see in the slide on the extreme left, is Salome Malhotra, right? You should make a note of this one, important, right? Salome Malhotra is the founder of Desi Crew. She is the one who started this particular company. When did she start this company? She started in 2007. Important, if you want to write it down somewhere, right? 2007, which is very, very important. This is when she started the company, Salome Malhotra, right? So she is the founder. And so you can find a lot of her videos and stuff like that on TEDx and a lot of other platforms. Yeah, you will be able to see her, learn about more as well. So next one is like Mr. Rajiv Kuchal. He's the chairman. And next is Mr. Manimannan JK, right? He's the CEO of Desi Crew. Right? You should write all this name, I would say, but this is also very important. Who's a CEO? Right? You should know who's a CEO, right, of the company, which is Mr. Manimannan JK, right? And then Mr. M.N. Rao is the director. Then Mr. Satish Andhra, right, who is Venturist Fund Advisor, and Mr. Chandani, Responsibility Social Investment, right? So that is what the board of directors, right? So remember Salome Malhotra, she is the founder, and also Mr. Manimannan, right, who's a CEO. So, right, you should remember that. Right. So let's meet our management team as well. Mr. Tirunyanam, VP Operation, founding member. So what is founding member? When the company started, he was a part of this company, right? So that is what founding member is all about, right? Mr. Saurabh Sen, business head, QA and cloud. Mr. Ashwant, right? He's in the business head, a founding member. He's again a founding member. And so when the company started, he was there. Ms. Veena Shetty, right, HR head, right, she sits at Kapu, right, then Mr. Prashant Adhika, business head, and Pritesh Madhya, business head, account firm, right, so they are the management team. Okay, so this is the important members which you have seen. Okay. So, how many delivery centers we have? I'm just showing my hand. There are 4 delivery centers. If you can remember the name, fantastic, right? So, if you do remember the name, it's fabulous. So, first center is Kolumangudi, right? The very first center. We recently had a DC summit as well. All the DNEX leaders went there to this particular center. So, this is the one extreme left top, right? Kolumangudi. The next center, the delivery center again, remember, is Kapu. So this is the Kapu center. The third center is TN Palyam. Of course, many of you have who have connected. Induction happening for you all. This is the TN Palyam center, and the last one is like Vilupuram. So these are our centers. So these are the 4 centers. Right. So if somebody asks you how many delivery centers we have, we do have 4 delivery centers. 4 delivery centers. Right. Kolumangudi, Kapu, TN Palyam, Vilupuram. What are the numbers? 4. Remember that. Okay. So let's look at the structure and the career ahead. Right. What is career? So career is all about your profession. Right. What is career? Career is your profession. What do you do for your livelihood? What's your career? Right. I work in a company called Desi Crew. So that is what career. So what's a career ahead? What is a growth plan for you? So everybody who have joined now, right. You all have ambition. You want to grow. You want to scale up. You want to go to the next scale. Right. How do you do that? So first thing is like intern, right, and then apprentice. And so these are the designation in the sense like if you want to call the hierarchy as well, right? Junior crewmate, then the senior crewmate, subject matter expert, and team leader, associate manager, and delivery manager. So this is what it is. See, we have there are many examples. I can count, right? There are many examples where there are interns who have joined here, and they have become a DNEX leader as well, or a delivery manager as well. So there are, or maybe a DNEX leader as well. There are many examples like that, right? So those who are joining in here today, right? So if you think you can put in the right step ahead, right? Right moves ahead, right job, and find a mentor in your team, and then right take the path, and I'm sure you can scale up, and you would be able to reach the next leader position as well, right? So that is a motivational mantra I just want to leave with everybody. Okay, so let's move on. So this is HR policies. So there are 2 things here. One, you look at choices. Another one, you look at being. So as this, what do you call? There's a question mark. What is this all about? Let's look at what are choices. So choices, very important. So if you see all these alphabets has an expansion. C is confidential, right? So any confidential material, right, about the client or maybe something you're not supposed to share, right? You're not supposed to share with your people at home as well. That is very important, right? So that is what is confidential, which is not supposed to be shared. Then the next one is like, this is helmet edge, of course. So this is also means a safety, right? We also want our crewmates to be safe when they are probably traveling outside in a bike or maybe in a car. So wear the helmet or maybe the seat belt, right? And O stands for on time, right? Which is very important. So whether it's work or punctuality is very important, right? Which is so now the COVID era is almost come to an end. So offices have opened, and if you're coming to office, you should be punctual. This punctuality also stands for your work and other things as well. For a meeting and those kind of thing as well, it's always nice to come in before 5 minutes and be ready with a pen and paper handy and stuff like that, right? I is ID card, and so once your HR team, local HR team would be in charge for this, and they would be able to give you once you get one. They get one. So C is for cleanliness, right? So they say there's it's always good to keep the place clean, right? If you have any stuff to be shredded or maybe it has to be discarded, so do it in a proper way so the place remains clean, right? So ensure, E is like ensure. So it says like always have a pen and paper handy. It's not like for a meeting we just walk in without anything and stuff like that, because the meeting is all about, there might be some pointers, and for the induction as well, I've said that there will be some pointers which you can make a note of it, right? So it's always good to do that. And S is safe. So what is safe? So safe could be anything. It could be water, and you see also electricity as well, right? So if the fan or maybe something is on, or maybe the system, you're probably not going to use it. It's always good to probably switch it off, and also water as well, right? So be conscious when you use the water, right? So this is what it is. Okay, so we also saw beam. So what is beam? So beam, these are the four stuff, which is B stands for biometrics, right? But your attendance will be through HRMS only, right? I'm sure you by now you know how can you probably log into the HRMS and mark your attendance, and so this is a complete stuff where everything is being done from there. I'll talk about that. We have a slide. So biometric. E is email. So if you get an official email, so this is for your office official purpose. You're not supposed to probably share or maybe send personal stuff and forwards and all, right? So college life is different than the work life. So so the sooner we learn that, so it will be better for us. So that is very, very important. And A is like absenteeism, right? If you are not well or if you're sick and all, so it's always very important. You should be able to inform your higher up and take the due permission before you take the leave, which is very important. Unauthorized leave. What is unauthorized leave? Which is not informed. Probably one is like you have informed, it's not authorized, or maybe you haven't informed and you have taken leave. So that is not encouraged, right? Which is not good at all, right? It would be dealt strictly. So I'm sure you should follow that. Very important, right? And M is mobile, right? And so which is again very important. So mobile when at office, right? So they will let you know, because you're not supposed to use your phone at work, right? And also many of the processes would also ensure that you can't take your mobile phone inside. So which you need to adhere to. I'm sure your local process head will keep you posted on that, right? So this is what it is. So this is the HR stuff, right? So before I go into the IT etiquettes, so it's a good time. If you have any doubt or anything you want to ask, you can definitely ask me. I saw a message in the chat box when I'm there in the full screen. Right, I can't see. So okay. So any doubts, you can please ask me. Okay. So I feel no doubt. So let's move on. So IT etiquettes, very important. See, we all are very IT savvy. What is IT? In terms of your system and a lot of other stuff, right? So we are a very IT savvy, meaning we know etiquette. So what is etiquette? The best way of using something, or the best way of probably not to do something and stuff like that. Best mannerism. So best IT mannerism would be the etiquettes. So these are the following things. Rules should be followed while using a computer and basic room. Right, if you have a desktop, right, so you should probably start off and start and turn off computer properly, which is very important. And we have technical people who can assist you. We have IT team, right? You should contact your IT team if in case you have any issues. And you should also lock your, maybe put your password and lock the system when you go on a break, which is very important. Don't leave just like that. It's a good habit. It might take time, but you should immediately get into that practice. Lock your screen because you have a unique ID, which is your ID. You're not supposed to share with others. And use a system and only for office related. I said for the email as well, not for the personal use and all. Right, always log in with the local account and C drive. But don't store anything on C drive, which is a universal. Tip. Why? Because if something crashes, all the data will be lost, right? Don't change the system configuration. You're not supposed to fiddle with that and any unauthorized software and all, or maybe taking some external devices like memory card and stuff like that, pen drive and all. It will be strictly you need to adhere to. So this is very simple. So a simple thing is easy to do, right? If you do that, it will be great. Right, so let's look at the delivery model. So this comes to another important question. What is our delivery model? What do we do? Right. So we have a word like BPM. I'll talk about that. We have BPO as well, business process outsourcing, and BPM is like slightly above where we also do the hiring or maybe a lot of other things. It's a business process management. I'll talk about that. See, if you look at here, this particular slide, see, there is an outsourcing. What is outsourcing? Right. So you should understand this, what this is all about. Outsourcing is like a company when they outsource their work. They are rather doing their important, maybe it could be back office or the banking work. They send to us, right? Or they send to an X company, and the X company will do the delivery part in terms like managing that work. So that is what it is, and complete and send it back to the company. That's precisely what outsourcing is. If I want to give you a simple example, see, suppose you have a function today at home, or maybe next week, you have maybe 50 people coming in. For 50 people, for those who are coming for the function, somebody at home to cook, right? They don't know. It's an humongous task. It's a big task, isn't it? So you will probably outsource it, right? You will call an outsourced catering who will come and do the stuff for you. So simple, as simple as that. They will do the work. You will share the menu, and they will cook the stuff, and you pay them. So this is the simplest example I can give you. This is what outsourcing is all about. So basic rule, right? So here is the company. So none of this process is ours. So we have from outside who give the clients who give our work. So the first thing is like the foundation or the starting point, of course, is client. So client have the processes. It could be X, Y, Z, any processes, right? So they give to basic rule. Basic rule, what they do is like, they send it to the rural BPM or rural delivery centers. How many delivery centers are there? Anybody? How many? 4 of them, right? I told you 4 of them, right? So it goes to any of the center. It can go to TN Palayam, it could go to Viluppuram or maybe Kapu or any other center, right? So so this is where it goes, and so the work gets completed. So very important, if you want to remember this, BPM. What does BPM stand for? B stands for business, P stands for process, M stands for management. Business process management, right? So we are in business process management, right? Rural business process management centers. This is what it is. Important, you should remember this. And also then in the rural business management or the centers, what do the crewmates do? They work on this particular work and they send it back to the client. So this is simple. This is the circle. So there is a client here who gives the work to Desi crew, then it goes to the center, and then the crewmate completes, and the process, the chain is completed. So this is what it is, BPM. So BPM, business process management. Business process management. Okay, so let's move on. The next one are best practices. So what are the best practices? I talked about a learning platform, which is DTouch. What does DTouch stand for? DTouch stand for transforming our crew for human excellence. That is what DTouch is all about. So it is, if somebody asks you, very important, you should remember this. What is DTouch? It's an online learning platform. It's an online learning platform. Maybe you can go online and you can work on it. It's an online learning platform, right? So there are several courses on DTouch, right? And so this is precisely what it is. I'll tell you how many courses are there. So what is DTouch? DTouch, again, DTouch is like, it's an online learning process. Like if you see here, a beautiful crewmates who are around this particular laptop and they are learning, right? So you can, you have your ID and stuff like that, you get in and then you will be able to do the learning, right? And so that is precisely what it is. So DTouch is like, it's an online learning platform. What it is, online learning platform. Okay, so DTouch has several courses. I'll share a slide. And see, there are 3 levels, right? For example, I'll give you a course. I'll give you a course of example of Excel. Excel, there is a course as an Excel. And we all should learn this particular, what do you call, Excel. Why? Because part of MS Office. Why should we learn? Because it will make us work simpler, and we know the tricks of Excel, then you will save a lot of time. So in Excel, you will have a basic, you will have intermediate, you will have advanced, right? You have 3 levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced, right? So it is also called as popularly, which is 101, 201, 301. There are 3 levels. Okay. So this number keeps changing. We keep on adding. So when we made this particular presentation, there were 13 courses, right? And so DTouch at this point of time, 13 courses we had, right? So you can all register for a course, right, and get certified, and which is also very mandatory, right? It's very important. Every quarter you pick up a course and you register for it and you complete it as well. And this is for your own good, because you learn something, right? Like Excel, I said, it could be digital marketing, it could be language, we have English, right? Or it could be maybe some other stuff like Windows administration, a lot of other translation, transcriptions, so many other courses are there. This is what this slide is all about, right? So this is a part of the best practices. I'm also looking at the time, which not much left. Okay, our best practices. What are the best practices? Right, so the 13 courses which I talked about: software testing, basics of bot, translation, transcription, marketing, digital marketing, data sciences, English, cloud computing, and so many other courses as well. So these are some of the courses. And to visit here as well, I'll tell you how to go about. So DTouch, how do you write DTouch? DTouch, Touch, DTouch.in. Everything is in. Remember, I said desicrew.in. So the website is DTouch.in. So let's move on. The next is like this particular platform where we are all logged in now, which is DC Live, right? So this is a DC Live. This is then, what is DC Live? If somebody asks you, Desi Crew's own online radio channel, right? DC Live is Desi Crew's own radio channel. Online radio channel, correct? Any radio channel, you can say radio channel, fantastic, that's enough. So that is what DC Live is all about. Desi Crew Live, DC again, Desi Crew Live, right? So this is precisely what it is. So these are some of the popular programs on this one. If you see induction on the second, which we are doing now, there are a lot of other things which happens in terms of wishes, or maybe we have soft skills and those kind of DTouch courses and all. A lot of other fun elements, song and singer and stuff like that. So you can get in touch with DC Live if you want to become an RJ, you want to do something, you have some skills and stuff like that. Or you can also always listen log into. What is the website of DC Live? dclive.in. Okay, dclive.in. Everything is in, as I said. So this is what it's all about. Okay, so let's move on. So this is what the website is all about. I showed you one website. These are other websites. Please go ahead and see this. Right, dccrew.in. I showed you the website. I showed only a part of it. I can't show the entire thing. Right, this is what it is. dtouch.in. So which is dtouch.in. And so this is the website, and dclive.in. This is dclive.in. Right, you should go to these websites, and paucity of time, lack of time, we are not able to do that, and see what it is there. And you're not going to do probably every day, but you should do it once, and then probably if there is something, you should go back again and check it. But you should do that, right? So this is what it is. Okay, so some of the best practices, which I said a while ago, from Intel, if somebody, there's a lot of opportunity, one can also become a leader as well. So that is precisely what it is. And so it's kind of, why do we have several DNext leaders? DNext leaders meaning the next leadership team. Why? Because if there is some important positions opens up, or maybe new requirement opens up for the management, they can take it up. So that is precisely what it is. Okay, so this is what it is. So this is another best practices. For this, the company does everything in terms like providing the mentorship, or maybe soft skills, leadership skills, and working with the team, right? So that is precisely what it is. So we also have DTrace, which is again a best practice. So this is also DTrace is also talent recognition and appraisal of the crewmate. So what is appraisal? Appraisal is like after an year, you will be appraised. How did you work, right? What are the things you did good, and what are the things probably you can improve, and you also are rewarded as well, right? In the sense like you also are incentivized, right? So that's precisely what it is. So this is another great initiative. So here the DTech score also comes in, and the DMAX score as well, right? And so this is a complete, I am sure when it happens, you would understand. So this is not only your appraisal, right? Who appraises you, or maybe your manager, the appraising you, you also are part of it. Your DTech scores is also part of it. So why do we do that? So that the right people get promoted. And also, as I said, incentives for the crewmates as well, right? And this is also going to happen on a monthly basis. Initially, you need to check with your HR team, right? Maybe down the line, you will also be a part of it, right? So there are a lot of other things which happens in terms of a lot of other trainings as well. So that is what the last stuff talks about. Okay, so another very important thing is like, before I go to this slide, Sri Lekha, I think we are going to overshot the time. I hope we have time, maybe another 10-15 minutes.
Yes, Saravanan sir, no problem. First priority is for induction, then later on we'll go for it.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Then we can.
So I'll send you the bill for the extra timing. I will send you the bill for the extra timing.
Fantastic. I'll quietly push it on to Veena.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, good one, Sri Lekha. I admired the humor there. Thank you very much. And fabulous. So let's move on. Right. So this gives us a bit room. So I can, as Nelson requested, we can go and say hi to all the crewmates who probably are sitting at one place and who are listening to us. I can see the screen as well. Okay, so the next one is, this is very important, HRMS, right? What is HRMS? So when you go to this particular site, which is HRMS, if you put HRMS, DesiCrew.crystalhr.com, right? DesiCrew DTrail.crystalhr.com, what will happen is like, you will have a screen like this. So this is what it is. So you will have your ID, employee ID, and you will create a password of your own, and then you log in, and then this is one-stop shop for all your attendance, and and also in terms of your leave tracker, and maybe if you want to apply a leave, or maybe you see it's been approved and stuff like that, everything happens from here, right? So this is what it is. And the best thing is like all your your birthdays, or maybe your special day in terms of your anniversary with the company, or maybe your special day in terms of wedding anniversary, those who are wedded, right? So all this also is sent as an alert on this particular tool. So this is a very beautiful tool, right? And it is also encouraged. HR team always encourages you to use this, right, for marking your attendance, which is very important, right? So if you are not in practice, you keep forgetting, right? You should also put reminders. That is what initially everybody do. Put reminders for the morning one and the evening one, right? So that around that time you can probably log in, or maybe in the evening you can log off as well, which is very, very important. Okay, so fabulous. So this is what it is, HRMS. Okay. Then we also have the PF part. I'm sure the local HR team will keep you posted about it. So what is the PF, Provident Fund? And this might be the new thing for those who are coming out of college, right? So PF is a kind of an fund which is kept for you, right? Which is a provision which is being done by not the companies, by the government. So you also have an UAN number, which is like your Aadhaar number. For PF you have a universal account number, and so which is a 12-digit number. So there is a 12% contribution from the employee and 12 from the employer as well. So this is what it is. So this is kind of a corpus fund for you, right? For your maybe savings. Right. So next one is like you also have facilities like ESI and stuff like that, where in terms like medical emergency, right, this is a part of your payment deducted, and just in case in terms like unfortunate incident, you can probably avail this facility, right? And this goes same for the Mediclaim as well, right? So there is a facility you can hope nobody requires. In case you can check with your HR team, they will let you know. Okay, DMAX. This is what I was also talking about. So DMAX is like basic crew maximizing crewmates capability. This is precisely what it is. So we had a kind of an complete overall of the DMAX processing in terms of the scoring and stuff like that. So for in simple meaning, if you want to understand this, what it is, right? So it is something where you are also appraised on a monthly basis, and also it's kind of a motivation and encouragement as well, and to excel your performance, right? So basically you have to, what is the target which is being assigned to you, and you have to meet the target, right? So that depends on how much you have met the actual target. So this is precisely what it is, right? So this is applicable to everybody, including intern. Those who probably have joined as an intern as well, they can also avail this particular benefit, which is there on a monthly basis. So this is precisely what it is. So this is an important one, and I'm sure you would come to know about it as it happens, right? And so if we move on to the next one, so we also have a lot of awards as well. This is again a motivational mantra. So every month, the company awards, they give you awards on 3 categories, right? So this is on a monthly basis. So there is cash awards for these monthly awards as well. So when I say 3, it doesn't mean only 3 awards. There are every category will have several awards. For example, you have the first one is Matsya Yantra Award, which is the best performer, right? So there's not only one best performer. There are several best performers from all the centers, individual centers. So they get the cash award. And these programs is also done on DC Live. I've heard the last one which happened, right? So this is one. The next one is Saptakas Award, which is again the best team, right? One is like the individual. Maybe you take yourself, right? Individual, the best performer. Then the team, that particular team, entire team. So that's a cash award as well. And there is a Yali Award as well, which is for suggestion for the best process improvement. Suppose you come up with some innovative idea, which will help, which will ensure that the work is done faster, it is done quickly, and it saves time. Everybody's happy, the company and the client and all, right? So that also need to be appreciated. So Yali Award comes into the picture. Yeah, best suggestion for the process improvement and innovation as well. Okay, motivational mantra, right? Make things happens, right? So how it is done. So it's all about based on the complexity and stuff like that. Performance are recognized, right? And it's chosen by your nominated by your TLs, right? And definitely your picture and a small note will be there put on the notice board as well that you are the monthly performer. So when you look at it, you will feel definitely on cloud number 9, isn't it? It feels happy, right? So, and also others also can probably see your picture if you're there and get motivated as well. So this is a kind of a good vibe which happens in the team. Okay, so there is also, if we have induction today, if somebody gives you what are the 10 best things you can do, right? What you should do, right? Those who have just joined in the very first company, maybe the others who probably are the second or they're about that as well, right? So we call it Daskadam or power of 10. First thing is like learn the process, which is very important, right? The sooner you learn the process, the best it is for you, because that is what your work you would be. That would be the primary thing which you have to do here, right? One. Second is like take the ownership. So this is your process, right? I'm the fully. I take the ownership, and this is my stuff, right? And be accountable. Not every day will be a great day, right? You might have some off days as well. Be accountable. Own the responsibility, right? And there will be great days as well, right? So you can feel happy about that, right? As I said, dream big. Set goals, take action, and so this is very important, right? When we think big and we also work towards that, a big thing happens, as they say, right? So you might be starting the career today, but road ahead, if you think this way, then anything is possible. So that is something very important. We also have DC soft skills, which happens on DC Live, so you should also join in. Right, you will have a lot of these kind of skills which will be shared as well, tips as well. Discipline is very important, right? Discipline comes in everything, right, from your punctuality to everything, which is very important. Attitude, which is very important, the positive one, it changes everything, isn't it? So that's very important. Time management, there are plenty of tips how you should manage your time. Everybody have the same time in the office, right? How do you manage your time? Flexibility is very important, right? Where you're flexible with your stuff, right? Where you know how to, right, manage your stuff and all. And never stop learning. That is what DTECH is all about. So you have plenty of room to learn in DTECH, right? Most importantly, enjoy life, right? That is what it's all about. Work is a part of life, and right, and also to have a good life, you also need work, right? So it's vice versa, but enjoy life, right? This is very important mantra as well. Okay. Some of the facilities, this would differ center to center, right? And so this is something you would see across the center. And these are the places where you can probably lock your stuff inside, right? Mobile and all. Some of the other facilities in the center. Then this is Crystal Year. Crystal Year is like 15th year celebration, which happened recently this year, 2nd of February. 2022, the same year. So we celebrated, and so there were crewmates who were there in the centers, but it also happened on the DC Live. So these are some pictures, some lovely pictures from all the center, right? So here it is. Okay, there, right. So these are some celebration which happens. Pictures from the center. This is Diwali, which seems from Kapu. We saw recently some pictures from other centers as well, where they celebrated stuff, either puja or maybe there about that, which was very, very good, right? So Holi, right, which is predominantly more in Karnataka, not much in Tamil Nadu, for sure, right? So, and this is also the either puja, right? And some other puja stuff as well. So birthdays, yes. So birthdays, it's celebrated in the center for employees who have their birthday, and in a unique way. That's what it is. So these are some of the pictures how it happened across the centers. So these are the stuff. We feel happy about that, and others are also sharing the joy with you. Center day, right? Every center has the day. So some of the pictures from some centers, center day, right, where it is celebrated. When the center was started, when the center was started, right? When the center started. So that is the center day. That is what it is. So we have almost come to an end. Yes, we have come to an end. And so what we will do now is like, I'll go to the leftover participant. If they want to just say hi to us, speak to us, fantastic. And fabulous. Because Nelson also said there are other crewmates who haven't introduced themselves. So anyone, Mohan, who have to introduce themselves, they can definitely, and then we'll go on to the quiz.
Sure, sir.
Are there anyone?
Happy afternoon, sir.
Yes, yes. What's your name?
I'm Bhuvneshwari, sir.
Yeah, Bhuvneshwari, I can hear you clearly. Yes, Bhuvneshwari. Please tell about yourself. When did you finish your studies? What are your hobbies? What do you do? When did you join the company?
Hi, sir. I'm Bhuvneshwari. I'm from Gopichetipalayam. I did in my graduation BCom B&I Banking and Insurance in Gopi Arts and Science College, sir. My hobbies read books, craft works, etc., sir. And my short-term goals is any jobs, and long-term goal is bank manager.
Long-term goal? What's the long-term goal?
Bank manager.
Okay. So fantastic. This is a good way how you can introduce yourself, and she did that. She talked about the short-term and the long-term goal as well, the hobbies as well. Fantastic. I wish you all the very best, Bhuvneshwari. Right? Good to talk to you. So who's next? Who wants to go next?
Happy afternoon, sir.
Hi, happy afternoon.
I'm Mangla.
Hi.
Long-term goal, short term.
When did you complete your education? Which year?
90 to 22 batch.
Okay, fantastic. So this is your first job?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Nice chatting with you. Who's the next? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hi, sir.
Hi.
I am Prema, sir.
Hi, Prema.
Hi, sir.
First job? Is this your first job, Prema?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. I like the way you said yes with a lot of energy. Fantastic. Okay, thanks, Prema.
Prema, I have a question for you, Prema.
Yes,
Keklama.
Yes, Srilekha, please.
Eklang, sir.
கேட்கலாங்க சார். ஓகே, தேங்க்ஸ். என்னோட குரல் பாய் ஜென்ஸ் குரல் மாதிரி இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பரவாயில்ல. ஓகே, பிரேமா நல்லா பாடுவீங்களா?
பாடுவேன் மேம்.
என்ன பாட்டு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்? மோகன் அங்கிருந்து கை காமிப்பார். யாருக்கும் பாட தெரியும் சொல்லிடாதீங்க. யாராவது சொன்னீங்க முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. உங்களை டிசி லைவ்லயே உட்கார வச்சிருவாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு மோகன் கமெண்ட் பாஸ் பண்ணுவார். ஆனா தாராளமா சொல்லலாம். அதுக்காக உங்களை எல்லாம் கூப்பிட்டு தொந்தரவு பண்ண மாட்டேன். ஏன்னா உங்க வாய்ஸ் நல்லா இருக்கு, அதனால கேட்டேன்.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, all the best, Prema, just to have fun. Yeah, all the best.
Definitely. You can have a lot of fun in DC Live, and so that is what it is. So who else? Who's next? Yes.
So this is Vinod.
What's your name?
Vinod, sir.
Yes, Vinod.
So from Nambiur, I had completed my MCA degree Kanda Engineering College 2015 to 2017.
Okay.
I have worked with 3 years experience, XML e-publishing, Chennai. Company name is Ambulaxer Private Limited.
Fantastic. So you're back to TN Palayam now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You belong to TN Palayam?
No, sir. It's nearby Nambiur.
Nearby. Okay. So you feel happy that you are back to your very close to hometown rather than Chennai, which is very far?
Yes, sir. Happy.
Okay, fantastic. So that is what the company does, because it brings the work close to your home. Fantastic. So great. Good to interact with you. So the next gentleman, he is wearing a shirt similar to you. It's a uniform? No. Okay. So he wants to introduce yourself. That's it. Anybody else? believe that's it, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's all, sir.
Okay, fantastic, Mohan. Great. So we have come to an end of this particular, what do you call, induction. Again, an opportunity for you to let me tell you, if you have any doubts, you please go ahead and ask me. There are many participants who are in the chat box as well with us now, and I can see a sizable team sitting whom I can see now, right? So, fantastic. So, if you have any doubts, any question, you can ask us, ask me. And if not, then what I'll do is I'll share in Google form with you, right? I'll share in Google form with you. And so you can also, if you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else I'm going ahead and we've saved some time. I'm going to share a Google form. I hope everybody know how to use a Google form. And so Mohan and Mohan would also help you if you have any difficulty, right? So the first thing is when you open this Google form, there will be there will be 10 questions, but there are some questions which has two questions within one. So there will be close to around 15 questions. I want to tell you there is no multiple choices. So it's all small answers. It will not take much of your time. So you have to complete it in another 5-10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes I can give you. You have to complete this, right? And very, very simple of everything what we discussed now. And I also told you some questions which probably are important ones, which you will probably see in the form as well, right? So purpose of induction is you should also know what is induction, and also understand about the company and all. That is precisely what it is. Okay, so here comes the Google form. Before I share the Google form, open it with your Gmail ID, and the first column would be your name. Write your name very clearly, right? And also, if you have, it will have process, you will have a lot of other things as well. Fill in those details as well. If you have employee ID as well, you can use that as well. So here it goes, Google form. I've shared in the chat box. So open this particular Google form, and so which will say HR induction Q&A, question and answer. You need to put in key in your email ID, and then you write your name, center. If there are different centers, crewmates who are joining in, your process and employee ID if you have. As I said, there are 10, but some questions will have multiple, or maybe 2 in 1 question, around 15 questions. So please answer them and let me know once you're done, and then we can wind up and say goodbye and wind up this induction. So you have to open the induction. Everybody looking at me. You have your mobile. Mohan, they have to get into their mobile and open this,
sir.
Or maybe the system.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope the rest of the team who are here, including Christy and everybody, right, Dinesh and everybody, you should be able to open them on your desktop or on your mobile. Right, and so I've shared it. Or maybe I can share this form to or maybe Mohan can share this to everybody. You can't copy the entire stuff unless and until those who are in the chat box, they can click on this and they can open it. Others, I don't think so they would be able to do that. Others, how they are going to do. Mohan, can you share this link with them?
Right now sharing, sir.
Sorry?
Share it, sir.
Shared to all of them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They will be doing.
Okay, fantastic. And once you have done everything, then you will go the last button which is submit button. So you have to submit on that, which will ensure your answers are submitted, which is very important.
Mohan, you have names of all the crewmates, right, who are attending the, induction right now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So team கேட்டுக்கோங்க யாரெல்லாம் ஃபார்ம் சப்மிட் பண்றீங்களோ அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் இன்னொரு தடவை இண்டக்ஷன் நடக்காது. ஸோ யாரெல்லாம் ஃபார்ம் சப்மிட் பண்ணலையோ அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் திருப்பி ஒன்று ரவுண்ட் இண்டக்ஷன் வரும். ஸோ செக் பண்ணிக்கோங்க உங்களுக்கு இண்டக்ஷன் வேணுமா வேண்டாமா, எவ்வளோ ஆன்சர் கரெக்டாக கெஸ் பண்றீங்க, இதெல்லாம் கலந்தது தான் இந்த கூகுள் ஃபார்ம். ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ என்ன அப்சர்வ் பண்ணீங்களோ தயங்காம டோன்ட் திங்க் ரைட் காப்பி பண்ணாதீங்க, பக்கத்துல இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு பார்த்து எல்லாம் டிக் எல்லாம் பண்ணாதீங்க. உங்களுக்கு என்ன புரிஞ்சதோ அதை தயவு செஞ்சு ஃபில் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகேங்களா?
அதே மாதிரி ஸ்ரீலேகா சொன்ன மாதிரி first three those who are the toppers in terms of they will get
Amazon voucher from DC Live, 100 rupees worth of Amazon voucher. So Mohan, I'll send you the result. Our Sarvanan sir will send you the result and I'll send you the voucher to you. You can share it to the 3 people. Yeah.
Sure,
okay.
ma'am. Sure.
Thank you. So, Mohan, good coordination, Mohan. I'm so happy that the people are attending lively as a team. Thank you for that. But, yeah.
We will take 10 minutes extra. Sorry, apologies for that.
No, we are so happy actually.
Okay, ma'am. Due to lunchtime also nearly to our meeting also. That's why I could not able to.
No problem. They can have with the lunch box. We don't have any problem. So don't worry. We'll not scratch your lunch box. They can sit with the lunch box if they are comfortable.
Okay.
No, it is well organized as Srileka said. Indrani also called yesterday.
Yes.
Today, Mohan called and he had sent an email as well with the participants list and all. So it was well organized.
So Mohan, you have to find us a good RJ or the people who speaks a lot and they have a unique talent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So they should not think like once they get into the job, what I'm going to do with my talent, or they neenga mimicry neenga thana mimicry illa shankara.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, summits. Both sometimes it's confused me like a twins. That's why I'm just confirming like whether it is Mohan or Shankar.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mohan. Yeah.
Mohan, I think you had sent a list of 20. I think there are more than 20 who are attending, right, today?
Yes, sir. Sir, some people are linked with the speaker, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So the count should be more, I believe.
I will share those people also, sir.
Absolutely, do that.
Yes.
That is very important. You can do that, right? So can you ensure, and those who are in the chat box as well, there are many who are there in the chat box as well. So any doubts, anyone with the Google form? Everybody is able to open the Google form? Anyone who's not? Yes?
Sarvana sir, do we have one question for the comment about the induction, how it was like in the feedback form?
No. Maybe we will add it next time.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, done. So I think Mohan, you can collect from the team how it was, or if they want to improve also, you can get the suggestion from them. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So as you people are very open and transparent, we'll be welcoming more feedbacks from you too. Like you can ask with the individual team and give us the feedback together. Like, yeah.
Sure. I will share you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Any problems with the Google form? Anyone who is facing problem, they're not able to open the Google form? Anyone?
You have any problem to open?
No? Harit,
There is no problem.
in the Google form?
They will be answered the Google form, sir.
They will answer the Google form.
Yes.
Okay? They will. Okay. Anyone? Jay, Priya? All okay? Okay. Fantastic. So, Mohan, we will hand over this Google form responsibility.
Actually, I'm not able to.
Yeah, Christy. Yes, Christy.
The draft, Saravanan.
Christy, your voice is breaking. Can you
Actually,
try
I'm not
again?
able to save or submit the draft.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Now we can hear you. The submit button should be.
Hello?
Yeah, the submit button.
Yeah, I'm actually not able to save the form, Saravanan.
You're not able to save the form.
I'm not able to submit it.
Is it so?
Yeah, I am not able to submit the form.
Yeah. I understood.
Yeah.
Should be able to. We have done that, right? Once again, let me just check it out.
No, it says unable to submit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone else facing the same problem?
So there is no problem. Sir. Here people are submitted.
You have submitted. Okay, so Christy, it looks like because it's an problem at your end, right? And
Okay. Okay.
so, right, because others are able to submit. So
I'll try it once again.
please try once again.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so I've also, because we have checked it, right, and I'm able to, give me 1 second. Yes, I'm able to submit I did a dummy one from my end. I'm able to submit as well. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Try it, just see. Yeah. Right. So I think Mohan, thank you very much. Srilekha, I think we will hand it over to Mohan. He will take the responsibility. He will share the Google Form.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we can once we receive the response, right? You can take it as a screenshot. We can send it to Mohan. Like these are the only people who submitted us.
Yeah.
We can close the form by 4 o'clock. You can close the form at 4, sir.
Maybe another 10-15 minutes and then we'll close it.
Regarding
Okay. So.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so thank you everybody. So thank you all the inductees today who joined in. Thank you the local HR team, Indrani and thank you Srilekha DC Live. And I wish you all the very best and take care. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Sarundan.
Thank you.
So thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Srilekha. Bye.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Saranan, sir. Srilekha, thank you very much.
நான் நன்றி சொல்றேங்க டீம் நல்லா ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Thank you.
Thank you, Srilekha.